to this channel where we spread love and positive vibes only. And I want to start by thanking our new subscribers, our returning subscribers. We really appreciate you. We don't take you for granted, and we say thank you so much. Guys, we appreciate you, by the way. We do a lot. So today I want to start this video by asking you a question. Have you ever thought about having 10 children and you are a single mother and you're supposed to take care of those 10 children, take them to school, take care of their young ones, feed them, wash their clothes, and do all the work that children require you to do? Have you ever imagined that? Let me start by my own story. Where I was born, we were born 10 of us. There were 5 girls and 5 boys. And I want to tell you, it was not easy growing up. There are times we could sleep without food, because feeding 10 children is not a joke. And my mother and my father didn't have any job. Luckily, my father was there. But even if he was there, he was not working. My mother was not working. They were relying on a very tiny piece of land to till it and actually provide for the 10 children. Many of the days we went hungry. We went to school without any breakfast, any lunch, and in the evening we could come and eat just boiled maize. So I'm telling you this story to understand what I am just about to tell you. The reason why I'm narrating my own story is because I came across an article whereby there is this lady, a young lady, actually she's 36, who has 5 sets of twins, those are 10 children, plus 2 single children. In other words, she has given birth to twins 5 times, and then she has given birth to one child 2 times. Those are supposed to be 12 children, but according to her, 2 has passed on, and now she has 10. And this was a sad story to me, because this woman is single. She doesn't have anybody to help her with providing for the children, taking the children to school, clothing the children, and helping her to take care of them. And this is a lady I came across when I saw some great people coming to assist her in a very mighty way. And that is why my title is Why I Love Jamaica, and especially the Jamaican people. Because it's not easy for this lady to bring up 10 children, to take them to school, to feed them, to clothe them, to buy for them books, to buy for them shoes, to buy for them everything that they need. Above all, to bring them up. It's not easy. It is very hard. Imagine, guys, you to bring up 1 child or 2 children. It's actually a very hard task. Yeah. Imagine bringing up 10 children. First of all, psychologically, you'll be drained. Emotionally, you'll be drained. Financially, you'll be drained. And therefore, when people come to assist such a lady, I have the right to really appreciate them, to really congratulate them, to really talk about them. Because some people tell me, I always talk about Jamaica. Yeah, because sometimes I see things that makes me to shed tears of joy to see such a lady. There are people that are coming up and making her life easy, making her smile, making her be happy, making her rejoice, making her enjoy bringing up the 10 children without the stress that can be there if there is no one assisting her. Do you know, guys, bringing up 10 children alone, you can actually break, you can be depressed, you can die of stress, not mentioning the work involved in bringing up these children. It's a great deal. And I was so happy when I saw a group of people coming together to just make this lady smile, to just make a day for this lady. And I want to congratulate one of the schools that came out very, very strongly to support this woman. And the school, the name of the school is Haidel Group of Schools. I think it's Haidel. Is it Haidel or Haidel? Haidel Group of Schools, which is in St. Catherine, Jamaica. The director of this school came up in hurry to actually assist this woman. He took in, I don't know whether he's a he or a she. Those who are from Jamaica can tell us, Haidel High School or Haidel Group of Schools. And this owner of this school came up and said that he's going to give scholarship to those children, all of them. So they admitted them in Haidel Group of Schools so that they can go through education free of charge. Do you know how many people can do that? These are 10 children and you are supposed to give them a scholarship to go through education, the 10 of them. And on top of that, they took the mother and employed her. Meaning that this school eased the burden of this woman to educate her children, and they also eased the burden of feeding these children and also taking care of maybe shoes, clothing, food, and so on. So this woman is given a job at Haidel Group of Schools, and she's supposed to work there and be able to support her children. And on top of that, they gave her scholarship for these children to be in school. And I want really to appreciate Haidel High School and the administration of that school, because that is the greatest gift you can give such a woman. It is the greatest gift you can offer such a desperate soul. The other people that came up strongly were Orek Show. I think it's called Orek Show. Orek Show, it's a YouTube channel, and I don't know whether it is also a social media platform. It's actually a social media platform, and I don't know whether they have a physical address, but I found them very, very generous. And that is why I'm saying I am in love with Jamaica, because when you're in Jamaica, you can never go hungry to an extent of committing suicide, to an extent of feeling, hating yourself, feeling that you're nobody, feeling that nobody likes you. Because most of the times, when such things happen, you have no time to socialize. You have no time to meet people. You are very busy actually taking care of these children. And when someone comes and supports you and takes care of you and actually provides scholarship and gives you a job, and this Orek Show comes in handy and gives $20,000 to buy books for these children, another $20,000 to buy shoes for the children, and they go ahead. Remember that this woman has no social life. She's actually very busy bringing up these children. And they asked her, do you rest? Of course you cannot rest. With the 10 children, that is already a very big task to do. And therefore they offered her a day free, whereby her children would be taken care of, and she will go to a spa, then she will get a massage and have a relaxation and actually smile. Because sometimes you are so drained bringing up these children, and you need a day to smile, a day to enjoy, a day to have fun, a day to believe that you can also be somebody in life. And Orek Show came in handy to make this woman relax, to buy for the children shoes, to buy for the children books, and I really appreciated this. This is what all of us were created to do. Do not eat when your neighbor is sleeping hungry. And that is why I'm saying I love the people of Jamaica, because they love one another. They actually come in handy to assist one another. They embrace one another. They actually come and defend their own. I said that yesterday. People may talk negative about them because they have supported their own, because they have stood with their own, because they have said no. to being mistreated or being treated badly. But I tell you, these people are something. When you help such a woman who is so desperate, who is so down, who is so actually emotionally affected, then God cannot leave you alone. God will definitely bless you. And it's not only Oric's show and Haidel High School. Other people came in. There was this guy from a supermarket. I can't remember the name of the supermarket. She told the woman to do shopping. Actually, he was a he. He told the woman to do shopping worth $40,000. Do you know how much that shopping can last you? I don't know how the cost of the items in Jamaica, but I want to believe $40,000 because I understand the Jamaican money is actually equivalent to Kenya shillings. So if I go to supermarket with 40,000 shillings, I'll do a lot of shopping, a lot of stuff. And therefore, she was given a voucher to do shopping of 40,000 in a certain supermarket. Not even that. There is this company that was, I think it was being called Lullaby diapers or something like that. They offered to give these ready diapers for the young child and for the 2-year-old, because she had a young child and also she had a twin who are 2-year-old. All these children requires diapers. The 2-year-old, the two of them, and this 6-month-old child also requires diapers. So she was provided for diapers for quite some time by this company. Do you know how much that help can go? Buying diapers right now is not easy. It is so expensive. And one child can use a lot of diapers per day. And therefore, being 3 children, to buy for them diapers is actually a great deal. And this company came in handy to actually provide for this woman diapers. There is also other companies that came in handy. There was this company of, I think, Jamaican Broiler or Jamaica Broiler, and they deal with the chicken, and they also came in handy to provide chicken for this ready. And there were so many companies, I cannot be able to say all of them, but I was so excited and so happy for these people to come out and help this woman. It was so great. One thing that I feel when I see a person suffering, especially a mother, I feel so bad. And when I saw these people coming out to assist this woman so that they can put a smile on her face, I was so touched. And I want to say that is one of the reasons I always talk about Jamaica, because I see how willing they are to pull others from their ashes, how willing they are to wipe people's tears, those that are crying, how willing they are to love those people think they cannot be loved. This is the greatest commandment, that we must love one another, irrespective of who we are. So I really appreciated that, and I said I'm going to talk about it because it was such a great gesture to this woman. It was such a great relief to this woman who is actually going through a hard task of actually bringing up 10 children. It's not easy, like I have told you. We were 10 of us, and I have told you, life was miserable. Life was so hard. Life was so hard. And therefore, I know the joy that was with this woman when these people came to assist her in all these things that she was given. I really appreciated that. Today, I also wanted to talk about Usain Bolt and the human. This guy is not just an athlete. He's not just a record keeper. Is it breaker? He's not just the fastest man in the world. He's actually a man with a lot of humor. Today, I was watching Usain Bolt being interviewed by Ellen Show. And I want to say, I kept laughing throughout the show because this guy is funny. I never thought that Usain Bolt is that funny. I found him very very, very humorous. And at one point, he said that people tell him, I think that was short before he retired, because he was saying people tell him after he retires to act. And Aaron was telling him, yeah, you can act. Because you are very good in camera. You are very good. Your face is very pleasing. You are a very, very pleasing person. And he said, what about my face? And I was saying, oh my God, what is Usain talking about? And Aaron told him, your face is okay. Your face is good. He was humorous throughout the show. At one point, Aaron told him, are you going to be married soon? I'm sure now maybe Usain is married like now. But at that time, he was not married, but he had a girlfriend. And Aaron asked him, are you marrying soon? And he said, I'm not marrying soon. And Aaron told him, what if your girlfriend pressurizes you? And he responded by saying, so far, she has not pressurized me, although maybe she has it in her mind, but she does not talk about it, which is pretty cool. And I was wondering, so he's happy this girl is not demanding that they get married. She's not demanding or pressurizing him to get married when he's not ready. I was so happy. Then what made me happy, and I actually liked him a lot, is when he was competing with this young Jamaican who is a trainer. By the way, Jamaicans are very, very, let me still talk about them. I looked at this young man who is only 8 years old by the time the interview was done, because that interview might have been done 8 years ago or 9 years ago. So the boy right now may be 16. And this guy, this young man, was training other young men to do exercise. He was a trainer. And he says, I usually admire Usain Bolt, and I want to break his record. And Aaron told him, don't joke with such things, because when you say you want to break a record for someone, he can just appear. And that is, at that juncture, Usain Bolt appeared. And the boy said, I can defeat him in running. I can be faster than him, 100% sure. And they went to the field. But I loved what Usain Bolt did. He could not overtake the kid. He could not run so fast so that he becomes the first. He actually allowed this boy to actually defeat him so that this boy is not pulled, the morale of this boy is not pulled down. And I love the fact that he also gave this boy some gifts to motivate him so that he can be the next Usain Bolt some years to come. And I was so amused at the whole interview. I actually found him so funny. At one point also, he was asked about why he runs very fast, why he's so fast. In other words, why is he the fastest man in the whole world? And he responded by saying, Aaron told him, I was told by somebody that you eat yams. That is why you are so fast. And he responded by saying, maybe the person who said I eat yams and that is why I'm fast was actually a businesswoman who was selling yams. And therefore, she was advertising her business. And I was like, this guy is so humorous. I could not imagine that. And he talked about being in Kenya, by the way. I wish I knew when he was here in Kenya. I would have gone to see him. It is some 5 years ago. So he was here in Kenya, and I saw the picture of him feeding a cheetah, a young cheetah with a bottle of milk. And he was asked, can you be able to hold a cheetah now? And he said, I cannot hold a cheetah. I think it's some 13 years ago. Because at that interview, he was saying it was 5 years ago. And the interview, I think, was done 7 or 8 years ago. And therefore, I was so happy to see him feeding a cheetah, the bottle, and talking about the way he fears cheetahs. And Aaron telling him, you should be competing with the cheetahs now that you have defeated human beings. You have broken the record of human beings. Now you should be racing with cheetahs. It was quite a great interview, and I saw the humorous part of Usain Bolt. I never thought he was that funny. By the way, that is why I've decided to talk about it, because I thought he was just a serious person who goes to practice how to run, who is so serious in his business. But I saw he was very, very humorous, and I loved that. My last part of this video will feature Dee Mwango with such great characteristics of Jamaicans. I think the reason why Dee Mwango loves Jamaica is because she's so much like them. Yesterday, I was watching her video, and they were actually talking about their past with Aya Marwa. And I was actually watching her and admiring where they have come from. The many stories they say about chapati. Chapati here in Kenya was actually a very great meal when we were growing up. It was a big deal for your home to prepare chapati. Everybody would come so that they can get a piece of chapati. And therefore, when they were talking about that story, I could relate with it. And what made me think about Dee Mwango having the characteristics of Jamaicans is when she was really appreciative of what Aya Marwa has done to her, and she was actually telling people, let us give our subscriptions to make Aya Marwa reach 1 million subscribers so fast. This is a woman who is actually has not even reached 500,000 subscribers. But he really appreciates the brother. He really appreciates what the brother has done for her. And she's ready to market her brother there in the world so that the brother can reach 1 million subscribers. She is so concerned about her siblings, her brothers, her sister, her mother, her father. Just like the Jamaicans, the way they value family life. They value families. Dee Mwango values her family. She respects her family. She can do anything for her family. We saw her buying a dining table for Aya Marwa, giving David Jr. a lot of things. She really cares about her family. And I was saying, this girl maybe loves Jamaica because of the characteristic of the love that she has for the family. Not even that. Dee Mwango is a very, very strong woman. And we have always looked at Jamaica as being very strong, Jamaica as being very hardworking. Dee Mwango is extremely hardworking, very independent. Those are the characteristics we have discussed about Jamaican people. Very down to earth. This is a woman who will become a villager the minute she arrives in village. She will become a town girl the minute she arrives in town. She can cope in any situation she finds herself in. Another thing, she can defend herself. You're not going to pull Dee Mwango down. And that is the characteristic of Jamaicans. You cannot pull them down. They will stand and tell you no. And that is what I see in Dee Mwango. By the way, when I saw her talking with Aya Marwa, I could clearly see the Jamaican characteristics in her. She has a lot of Jamaican in her. Not even that, the love for water. That girl loves water. And we have all seen how Jamaican people love water. They can spend the whole day in the water. They can spend the whole week in the water. We have seen Kino, Cora Smith. They are always shooting their videos along the riverbanks. This is Dee Mwango as a Jamaica. Dee Mwango loves Jamaica with all her heart because she has a lot to relate with the people of Jamaica. The other thing, she does not bother about what others are doing. And you know, most of the times I could see there is that characteristic of concentrating in your work, being independent, standing on your own. You don't want to bother about others. And that is what I've seen in Jamaican people. They do not bother a lot on negativity. They actually dwell on positivity. And that is what Dee Mwango stands for. She actually dwells a lot in positivity more than negativity. And that is why she doesn't even care what the lazy gun sits down to talk about. She doesn't care. She doesn't give a damn. She will continue shooting her videos, being independent, being herself, irrespective of what people are saying. And that is the character I saw in Dee Mwango. So deep. in the Jamaican characteristics. And no wonder she says she is somehow a Jamaican because she relates very much on their characteristics, on their personalities, which she has herself. And she also loves the village life. We saw her every time she goes to any country, she goes to the countryside. She can cope with anyone. She can socialize with anyone. She can actually make anyone happy. And that is what we saw with Kino, Esther, and Shane. Very, very loving people. And that is what I appreciated about Dee Mwango as a Jamaican. It was so epic. And guys, I think today's video will end here. Thank you so much once again for watching our videos. Please subscribe, and like the videos. Please like the videos, and we are going to appreciate. Bye bye, and see you during the next video.